You don't feel weak because you are weak. You feel weak because your mind is tired of fighting battles no one can see. There are days when everything looks normal on the outside. You wake up, you smile, you talk. But inside something feels heavy. Like your thoughts are louder than your voice. Like your fears are stronger than your dreams. Like you are slowly losing control. Even though nothing is visibly wrong. And the worst part, no one notices. Because mental struggle is silent. Doesn't shout. It whispers. Tells you. You're not enough. You can't handle this. You will fail. And slowly, you start believing it. This is where most people break. Not because life is too hard. But because their mind becomes their biggest enemy. But what if I tell you something simple and powerful? Your mind can be your greatest strength. If you learn how to train it. Because mental strength is not something you are born with. It is something you build. Slowly. Daily. Quietly. Let me tell you a story. There was a boy. Not special, not rich. Not confident. He was just normal. But inside he was full of fear. Fear of speaking. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Every time he wanted to do something new, his mind would stop him. Don't do it. You will embarrass yourself. So he stayed quiet. He stayed small. He stayed safe. But safety has a price. Slowly kills your growth. One day he saw his friends moving forward. They were trying new things. They were failing, but also learning. And he realized something painful. I am not stuck because I can't do it. I am stuck because I am afraid to try. That day, something changed. Not outside, but inside. He made a small decision. Even if I feel fear, I will still try. And the first time he failed. His voice shook. His hands trembled. People didn't even notice him. But something important happened. He didn't run away. The second time he tried again. Still nervous. Still unsure. But slightly better. And this is how mental strength begins. Not with confidence. But with courage. Courage to try. Even when you feel scared. Because strong people are not fearless. They just don't let fear control their actions. Now listen carefully. Your mind works like a muscle. If you don't use it, it becomes weak. If you train it, it becomes strong. But most people train their fear, not their strength. They repeat negative thoughts again and again. I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm not ready. And your brain believes what you repeat. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between truth and repetition. If you say something many times, your brain accepts it as reality. So if you keep saying, I am weak, you will feel weak. But if you start saying, I am learning, I am growing, I am trying, slowly, your mind changes. This is not magic. This is psychology. Let me give you another story. A girl who always felt anxious. Even small things made her overthink. A message not replied. Small mistake. A simple conversation. Everything became big in her mind. Thought, something is wrong with me. But the truth was, her mind was not weak. It was just untrained. She started observing her thoughts. Not fighting them. Not running from them. Just watching. When a negative thought came, she didn't believe it immediately. She asked herself, is this true? Or is this just my fear talking? This simple question changed everything. Because most of your thoughts are not facts. They are just reactions. And reactions can be changed. She learned something powerful. You don't have to believe every thought you think. Read that again, slowly. You don't have to believe every thought you think. This is the beginning of mental strength. When you create space between you and your thoughts. Because you are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. Now imagine this. Your mind is like a room. Every thought is a person entering that room. Some thoughts are positive. Some are negative. Some are loud. Some are quiet. But here's the truth. You are the owner of that room. You decide who stays. But most people forget this. They let every thought stay. Especially the negative ones. And slowly, Their mind becomes crowded, noisy, exhausting. Mental strength means learning to choose. Choosing which thoughts deserve your attention. Choosing what you focus on. Because focus creates feeling. And feeling creates action. If you focus on fear, you feel fear. And you avoid action. If you focus on growth, you feel motivated. And you take action. Simple but not easy. Because your mind is used to old patterns. And breaking patterns takes effort. But it is possible. Every strong person you see today was once weak, confused, scared. The difference is, they didn't stop. Let me tell you one more story. Man lost everything. His job, his confidence, his direction. Every day he woke up with anxiety. What will I do now? His mind was full of doubt. But he made one small rule. Every day, I will do one thing that moves me forward. Not big things. Not perfect things. Just one small step. Some days, it was sending one email. Some days, learning one new skill. Some days, just getting out of bed and trying again. And slowly, things changed. Not overnight, but step by step. Because mental strength is not about big moments. It is about small daily actions. Consistency builds confidence. Action reduces fear. And progress creates belief. Now listen carefully. You don't need motivation to start. You need discipline. Because motivation comes and goes. But discipline stays. Strong minds don't wait to feel ready. They act. Even when they don't feel like it. This is the real difference. Weak mindset says, I don't feel like doing it. Strong mindset says, I will do it anyway. And this anyway is powerful. Because it breaks the control of your emotions. You are not controlled by how you feel. You are guided by what you decide. And decisions shape your life. Now let's talk about something important. Failure. Most people fear failure. They avoid it. They run from it. But failure is not the enemy. Avoiding failure is the enemy. Because failure teaches. Failure builds resilience. Failure shows you what to improve. Every successful person has failed many times. But they didn't stop. They learned. They adjusted. They tried again. This is mental strength. Not never falling, but always rising. And yes, sometimes you will feel tired. Sometimes you will feel lost. Sometimes you will feel like giving up. That's normal. You are human. But in those moments, remember this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Even slowly. Even quietly. Even imperfectly. Because progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Now take a deep breath. And think about your life. What is one thing you are avoiding because of fear? What is one step you know you should take, but you are not taking? That is where your growth is. Not in comfort, but in discomfort. Because comfort keeps you safe. But discomfort makes you strong. And mental strength is built in uncomfortable moments. When you choose action over fear. When you choose growth over comfort. When you choose belief over doubt. So starting today, make a simple promise to yourself. I will not let my mind control me. I will train my mind to support me. Say it again. Slowly. I will train my mind. Because your mind is your greatest tool. Use it wisely. Feed it positive thoughts. Challenge negative beliefs. Take small actions daily. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. 'Cause growth takes time. But it always comes to those who don't quit. One day, you will look back. And you will not recognize the person you used to be. Not because life became easy, but because you became strong. Stronger than your fears. Stronger than your doubts. Stronger than your past. And that is the real victory. So keep going. Even when it's hard. Even when it's slow. Even when no one sees your effort. Because one day, it will all make sense. And you will thank yourself for not giving up.